Hello everyone, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Remember to like and sub trying to get to 2K or dislike it if you dislike the video. So Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade sales exceed 1 million copies, ranked number 1 in more than 60 countries. Now I played Stellar Blade, I got 100% in the game, beat it on hard difficulty, got the platinum, did a review. I definitely think this is a Game of the Year contender, but my favorite Game of the Year is still Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think that's right now going to nail Game of the Year. It should at least, but this is an easy second for me. If you like sci-fi, action-adventure, Souls-like games, this is a no-brainer. There's also a demo out, which I think gives a really good indicator of what the game is all about. But if you like games like Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, Scarlet Nexus, or Astral Chain, this is a game that I think that you would really much love. And if you're on the fence about it because you don't like Souls-like games, there is a big people who don't even engage with Souls-like because they're really difficult. There is a story option, so you can play through the game with an easier difficulty. It's still challenging in a way, but you'll have an easier time dealing with the game's very razor thin like dodging and parrying system. And if you want the challenging option, there is a hard difficulty which really tests you. So Shift Up announced at an IPO press conference held on the 25th that it estimates that the game of Stellar Blade have exceeded 1 million copies. Now this is translated from a Korean website, so it's not a one-to-one. Shift Up CFO Andrew Wook, I believe it's Wook, not Woo, but I may be wrong, who was in charge of the presentation on the day, explained that Stellar Blade achieved a Metacritic user rating of 9.2. Congrats, worth it. Recording the highest rating of PlayStation 5 ever and ranked the first in major console markets such as the US and UK after the launch did. It was recognized for its achievements by achieving first place in total of 60 stores. Congratulations. Well done. The demo of Stellar Blade, which was released prior to the official release of the game, was played more than twice as often as the demo of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. A globally anticipated game has become a globally anticipated game in terms of performance. That's actually pretty shocking. Like, I think the reason that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth kind of underperformed is because the marketing wasn't there for the game, and plus, it didn't have the same level of anticipation as Final Fantasy VII Remake, like the original one, the first game in the trilogy. So, I think that's also, but for those who played it, I played it, it's an exceptional game. It's a very long game, and you definitely get your money's worth. It's a terrific game. It's currently my Game of the Year. It also, I think, I would make the argument that it's also because of Stellar Blade's controversy. For those who don't know, there's a huge controversy with Stellar Blade because of the way the character is designed. Eve, she's the protagonist. She's designed after a Korean model, and there are a bunch of people just going around making these wide accusations of how it creates unrealistic expectations for women, cause women to self-delete themselves. And there's this one weirdo who went around Washington Square in New York and started talking to random women and cherry-picking information for them to denounce the way Eve looked in Stellar Blade, despite the fact she is literally a 3D scan of a Korean model. Granted, models are an unrealistic expectation, but at the same time, it's a real person. So it was just like the entire controversy was just because Eve was hot. And it was incredibly stupid. But when you played the game and played the demo, it was more than that, and it had a lot of things going for it. So I would also think that the controversy also aided in the game's massive success. Granted, if you take the game for what it is, it's still a really good game. It has great combat, and, well, I already detailed this in my review. My biggest issue with the game was the fact that the environments weren't that diverse, and there's also issues with, like, the traveling system. But, again, you watch my review if you want to get a full context of that. In relation to this, CFO An believes that Stellar Blade in its early release product released last April, and that the sales will continue to accumulate. As a comparison to this, exclusive works such as Ghost of Tsushima, Detroit Become Human recorded annual sales of 3 to 6.5 million copies, so expectations for Stellar Blade are also high. Naturally so, they want this game to sell well and sell more PlayStation 5s. Shift Up plans to engage in a follow-up business based on these expectations. We plan to update the photo mode in Stellar Blade. I thought it didn't have a photo mode. In the future and similar models, and being prepared for the release of the PC version in addition to follow-up content will continue to be updated. I'm pretty sure the PC release will come out next year. They usually do it where they release the game first on PlayStation 5 for the first year, then second year they release it on PC, and they double dip on the customer base. Shift Up CEO Jim Huan Tai said that in a case of Stellar Blade, we created to deliver a complete experience as a game created while considering purchasing additional content. They actually excelled at that. It gives you a wide array of content, but there's a lot of busy work as well. I think, like, for their first big AAA game, I think they did a really good job. It's like what Guerrilla Games did with Horizon Zero Dawn for their first rodeo into a third-person action-adventure open-world game. They really nailed it, and in this, I think they really did a good job. They definitely need to kind of remove a lot of the tedious stuff, like all the kill certain amount of enemy stuff and quests that just have you collecting a key item somewhere else. But other than that, yeah, they did a really good job, especially compared to other more promising AAA companies where they heavily monetize you with stores and experience boosters and stuff like that. He continued, as time goes by, we identify new needs and develop in Stellar Blade. In the case of Blade, additional content is being considered. Awesome, we're going to get DLC. There's also possibility of developing paid DLC for elements such as external collaboration. Awesome, I actually really would buy that. Meanwhile, according to Shift Up announcement, the photo mode will be updated around August. New character skins are being prepared after October. Oh, they're adding new skins, okay. And a large collaboration will be prepared by the end of the year. Additional DLC and sequels will be released in the future. So this is where I got the link for the article. I'll leave that link below. So photo mode around August, new outfits, and October it's likely going to be Halloween outfits. A large scale collaboration, I wonder what that is. It's probably going to be either Final Fantasy or God of War, depending on how Sony feels, because those are big Sony exclusives. Additional DLC and sequel under review. Honestly, I would love a DLC featuring Raven. If you know who she is, you already know who she is if you played the game. I would love DLC for either Raven or actually, yeah, I want Raven or Taki. Like maybe, oh wait, we can't have Taki because we saw what happened to her, but Raven, definitely. We can see how she felt from Grace in a way, but overall, yeah, good job, Stellar Blade. Absolutely great game. I gave it a high thumbs up, and yeah, tell me what you think about Stellar Blade in the comments below. Are you excited for new content? I'd love to hear your opinions. That's it for me. Bye.